We are talking about the Harlow dress today. We're talking about fit, construction, details, backstory, all of that fun stuff. Before I physically put it on, I want to get into, I guess, the lore behind the dress, because there is always so much story and detail and craftsmanship that goes into each of our pieces. And I love to use these YouTube videos as a place where I can just talk about it endlessly and you guys get to listen to me. But before I get into the lore, I know some of you are here for fit, and I wear a size medium in the Harlow dress. If you just want to fast forward to the end to see how it fits me, or that's good enough information, there's all that you need. So now let's get into the backstory of the Harlow. So despite just telling you about fit and construction and all of that, I love to use our YouTube channel and these try-ons as a platform to talk to you guys about the work that goes into each of our designs. There is a lot of research and work that goes into our pieces before we even hit the sampling process. This entire collection of a Gothic fairy tale, before it even went into sampling, there was 6 months of development and tech pack and research and references that were happening on our end. Like, we are very, very intense and intentional about every single piece we produce. It's not a fluke. It is not luck that we have like the most incredible manufacturer. Honestly, our manufacturer just loved that we also had the aspect of storytelling when it came to tech packs and sampling. That way we weren't producing a whole ton of samples. Like, at most we do maybe 2, and we reach perfection within that because we're very, very, very specific about everything. So I'm telling you all of this information because the color of this dress was something that a lot of work and effort went into, and a lot of things that I think people overlook when it comes to small brands is things like that. It's not just the trim, it's not just the style, it's not just the fit, it is the tiniest details that really feed into the overall design. This color specific, I put so much time into going through Pantones to find the perfect shade of crimson. I wanted a shade of crimson that matches every single aesthetic, whether you're vampy, whimsy goth, coquette, you want a holiday dress, you want a jewel tone dress, you want a Renaissance dress, anything of that sort. I wanted that shade of red that just transcends aesthetic and style and trends. I wanted a red that just went with everyone. I am currently in my vampy aesthetic, so this red works perfectly for me, but I know that there's so many of you that sit in your like coquette era, or you want like a holiday dress or a Valentine's dress, and that's what this red represents to me. And I am so sorry I'm so talkative about this, but I really, really had to talk about the Pantone shade because that's something that a lot of work went into, and there was actually quite a bit of dyeing that happened to make sure that it came out the absolute truest shade of the Pantone shade that I picked out. So yeah, sorry for talking so much, but I don't know if a lot of people know how much work and effort goes into each of our designs before it even hits sampling, before we even have physical versions of it. I love the Harlow dress because of the story behind it and the fact that I get to share it with all of you. So then let's talk about the construction. I'll stop telling you about the lore behind this dress and the true magic of it. Okay, so we really wanted to create pieces that were timeless, that were simple and elegant and fun and detailed, and you can wear whenever, wherever, regardless of your daily tasks. We dance with dresses that are like really over the top and have a whole lot of details. So we were really intentional with this collection of producing pieces that were more of like an everyday dress and something you could wear really anywhere and have a lot of fun styling up or down. So this one specifically is a midi dress with different tiers of fabric. There is so many layers. So you have the organza layer, you have like a stiff layer of like tulle / crinoline, and it's actually 2 layers. Love that for us because we love the volume. And then you have the lining, which is almost like a satin, and it's like shiny on the inside, so it feels so good on your skin. All of it dyed to match the Pantone shade that I selected, which is also more about the lore, because if any of you are in textiles or in fashion design, you know that when you're dyeing a fabric, it's going to take differently to every different fabric, and it's going to look differently. And so with so many different fabrics on this one, the fact that it's like a cohesive red honestly just makes my day. I love the effort that goes into this. And then we also have the lace trim. We've got cute little straps with like matching hardware that was like dyed to match. You can't even see that close up. We've got the invisible back zip and the hook and eye closure. So let me go put this one on, the Harlow dress again, and let me show you a bit about the fit. Every time I see one of our pieces come to life and I'm able to physically put it on and see like every element that I obsessed over come to life, it is truly a dream come true, because it is so fun to see all of our work literally be tangible and come to life. So this one is so much fun to wear. I am wearing a medium. It is a true to size fit. So let's talk about a little bit about the fit details, because I do have some notes based off of different fits for every body. Okay, so for the bust, I wanted it to fit like a bralette almost would. So we put a lot of work and effort into that. I'm fortunate because I have a smaller bust and wider ribs. So I buy all of my clothing based off of waist measurements rather than bust, because as long as it fits my waist, it'll always fit everywhere else. So if you do have a larger bust and you tend to purchase based off of those measurements, I definitely would pay attention to those measurements versus like waist or anything else. That is always the piece of advice that I will always give when it comes to buying your size. So buy true to what works for you and what measurement is your largest concern when you are buying a piece. Like if you're concerned, oh, it might not fit my bust, buy based off of that. So yeah, we wanted the bust to almost fit like a bralette would. We wanted it to be like comfortable and lightweight and like super cute, and you don't have to wear a bra under it if you don't want to. This is one of those dresses that I will definitely be layering with as well. I feel like it would be so cute with like a little lace blouse underneath. What comes to mind is our Eleanor blouse. I have it upstairs and I should totally go put it on and see how it looks. But yeah, I would really want to layer it or put on like a cute little bra underneath, or even like layer it with another bralette underneath. And I definitely have room to do so. So that is super important to note about fit. I'm gonna have to do a zoom out to capture the full essence of the dress. It is just so much fun and dreamy to wear. But yeah, I am wearing a medium and it is a true to size fit, and the straps are adjustable so I can make it longer or shorter depending on my own comfort levels. So let me show you a zoomed out version of how the full dress fits. Are we obsessed or are we obsessed? It is such a cute dress. I feel like this is perfect for the holidays. It would be a super, super cute Valentine's dress, or like even in the summer, wearing this with like cute little gladiator sandals and like summery accessories. I'm obsessed. So this is the Harlow dress. I am 5'5" for height reference, and I am wearing a medium. And I should also note, this lining is incredible. It is so soft against my skin. This is part of the reason why we don't play around with organza too much, because it can be so overwhelming and irritating to the skin. And the fact that we lined it with like a little satin just makes me so happy, because it makes it that much more comfortable. So yeah, I'm obsessed. Size medium, true to size fit.